I'm Dave Kaiser from CCX Media. Thanks for joining us for this update from the city of New Hope. The mayor is with us, Kathi Hemken, looking very sporting today, Mayor Hemken. First, before we get into some city items, you have to tell us about the sweater. Give us a little history lesson.
Okay, so this is my sweatshirt from the University of Minnesota many years ago. I just love it, and I thought I'd wear it so we could see that we're still supporting our teams.
All right, looks wonderful. Well, let's talk about some things happening in the city. First, we want to touch on the upcoming council meeting on the 27th. A few important items. Give us a little rundown.
Well, we're considering bids for the sewer lining, or the sewer lining, I'm sorry. Also, the playground equipment for Bayesian Park and the Northwood Park basketball project that we're working on. And there's a single-family home builder that we're considering for the 6227 West Broadway property.
And council meetings still continuing virtually. So again, you can go to the city's website and find out more about that process. Let's talk about the school district. We haven't heard a lot about the school district and the work between the schools and the cities for a while here, but that continues on. Give us a little refresher course of some of the conversations you're still having.
So the superintendent meets with all the cities, the 7 cities involved, and we do it virtually, of course, just to keep us updated on what's going on with the school district, how they're doing, how they're functioning, what they need from us, what we need from them, just keeping everybody informed.
Let's talk a little bit about public works now. People will see some orange cones popping up around the city. Tell us where might be some hot spots for some construction, and one has to do with a railroad crossing.
Oh, that railroad crossing on Winnetka, that's been a problem for weeks and weeks and months. Anyway, we are talking to Hennepin County, and they're going to start doing something. We've asked that we could replace some of the sidewalks, and that'll be at our expense, but we're trying to make that crossing a lot better. So it's not the only one. There's one on Boone, but let's do one at a time, and we'll get this one done. Wonderful. Also, with the street sweeping, so that we'll see public works trucks following the sweepers. They're contracted, and they'll be taking the debris away. We'll have nice, clean sweeps by the end of the week.
Fantastic. Another item we want to touch on is in the Park and Rec area. A favorite of families in New Hope and around the area each year is the bike rodeo. I understand some changes are coming this year, unfortunately, to the bike rodeo, but it will still be going on.
It will. Last week I said the bike rodeo was canceled. Well, it's back on, but it's back on virtually. So that'll start on May 4th. They'll start showing videos on CCX. And then on the 7th, there'll be a short quiz on these videos. There'll also be a live drawing, I guess, at the CCX studios, giving away some bikes and some other equipment. So stay tuned and tune in.
And we can give you a website to go for more information. It's robbinsdalemn.com/bike rodeo. 4 cities involved in a partnership, New Hope being one of them in this great event. So go there, find out more for the kids. You can, again, watch some videos to learn about some safety tips and also enter the big prize drawing. How about the golf course? As you look out behind you and see the golf course happening, give us the latest golf update. Are there people out there? How is it going?
Woohoo, it's open. We are so excited. It opened on Saturday. We're just excited. It was the best Saturday we've ever had at the golf course. Beautiful day, lots of tee times. So you can go online and make your tee time. They're asking that if you do rent a cart, 1 person per cart to do the social I can't get that word right, distancing.
Yeah.
The fees are online. You just go online, or you can call and make a tee time that way. But do get out and golf and support that course. They've done a wonderful job keeping it up.
Excellent. Fun time to be had by all in the city. But again, keep your eye on some of the distancing ideas on the website. Let's talk community development. A lot going on in the city as far as businesses. Let's start with the Hy-Vee grocery store and some burgers that people might want to enjoy.
So Hy-Vee decided to change their market grill to a Wahlburger, and you can go into the Hy-Vee store and open at the front, or go to the front desk inside the restaurant, order your food, and they'll bring it out to your car for you. The burgers are wonderful. Obviously, no seating in the restaurant, but that permit is going to go through, I'm sure.
Other things in community development, let's talk about the Cooper Stadium. There's some discussion going on there. Give us an update if you would.
Well, it's been a year now, and we said we would review what's going on in a year. So we'll do that at the May 11th council meeting. If people want to contribute, they can either send me or the city an email. They can always call me. and tell me what they're thinking. We are communicating with the district on this project. This is their project. We're just overseeing it. So we do want their feedback, and we appreciate that they're giving it to us. But because we're doing it virtually, it's going to be a little difficult than doing it in person.
Very good. Let's talk about a couple properties in the city as well that are seeing some work. One is at 4215 Louisiana. What is happening there?
We bought that old house that was there. It had been a business for years. So we're going to tear that down. We're looking for a contractor to tear it down now, and then we'll sell the property and they'll put a single family home there.
And another one is 3924 Utah. Give us an update on that corner of town.
Well, we bought that house and decided that it really had good bones. So we pretty much renovated the whole inside. It's absolutely gorgeous. They're just finishing up on the interior work. All the exterior work is done. So as soon as they are done, we'll be doing some marketing. We'll have an open house. We'll invite the neighbors in to see what's been going on. Very exciting project.
Part of a great program in the city of New Hope to keep the housing stock up to date. Let's talk about hanging flower baskets if we could for a minute. Another great sign of spring and summer in the city. How can residents help out? What is the city doing in that area?
Well, you'll see some people fixing or repairing the irrigation spouts that go up the poles, the light poles, and that's where the flower baskets will be hung. So we'll do that as soon as we're sure there's not going to be another frost. I would guess in the next few weeks you'll start seeing baskets hanging there.
Sounds fun. And one other item to pass along in community development, talk a little bit about code enforcement and inspections, some of that process. Are the wheels continuing to turn there, even with the slowdown of city staff?
They are. We're doing some internal inspections where we're generating the inspections. We really want the city to look nice. And through the winter, we haven't been doing a lot of that because we've been busy on other things. So they're still issuing permits. They're still doing virtual inspections. Everybody's keeping really busy. We want to make sure that the city continues to run smoothly, and it is.
Very good. Let's talk business if we could for a second. The Business Networking Group, when are they getting together again, and what are some of the things that they're looking at doing here?
They meet twice a week on second and fourth Wednesdays at 8 o'clock on the first one and 2:30 on the second one. They're doing that by Zoom. So if you happen to get an email that says the Business Networking Group is meeting, you should probably try to get in on that. There are a lot of good stuff going on. The suggestion that we put our businesses that are open for takeout on the internet. So we did that, and that was a suggestion that we got from the Business Networking Group. So if they want to go online, they can find out which businesses they can get takeout from, which restaurants, and they're all in New Hope. And there's also a map to show you where they are.
Sounds great. Let's get out there and support those restaurants again. newhopemn.gov, the website for all of the information. Final question, Mayor, I have to ask about your golf game. Have you been out to the golf course yet, and how did it go?
I have indeed been out to the golf course. I actually shot a 39, but it's spring golf, so you don't have to count everything. I did ask them to put bigger holes in so I could get a little closer to the hole. They just laughed at me and said, no, they couldn't do that. But we should try to get out and support our businesses whenever we can. It's actually been amazing, Dave, to see what staff has been doing from working from home and working remotely. We're really pleased at their performance.
Well, thank you again for the update, and thank you for sharing the sweater with us. And again, if you want more information about the city happenings, newhopemn.gov. Thanks, Mayor Hemken. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Dave. Bye-bye.
Learn more about the connection at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.